How do you deal with repeated negative experiences and not letting it deter you or really weigh on you? Change the measure of success, at least for now. Basically, instead of looking at external wins, look at the internal effort and measure that as your level of success. Okay? So instead of just saying, did I get that one woman's number? Ask, did I ask for that person's number? Did I immediately hit it off, or did I present myself well? Okay, and I'm not saying long term, but you can't immediately look for the wins every time because you'll be disappointed, because we need to build a skill like anything else. If you're trying to learn programming, you can't like suddenly be a good programmer and every time you have buggy code, you're like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. You're going to be disappointed. What you can say is, I'm learning a bit more through through this. I understood a new way to handle this challenge. And reflect on the success as your efforts for now, and then feel good about them. Because a lot of times guys are like, oh, I walked over to this woman and I approached her and I asked for a number and I didn't get it. And then I'm like, have you ever done that before? Or do you do that often? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, then why aren't you like, oh my God, I can't believe I had the balls or the courage. Gotta stop saying balls. I can't believe I had the courage to go up and do this and introduce myself. I'm so proud of myself. And reframing that helps a lot, because eventually, if you're putting in the right efforts and you're keeping a good mindset, you will get the external wins. You cannot practice something and keep refining it and not win. Okay, that's the first part, is switch the measure of success from your results to your efforts. Second, give yourself small wins. Instead of immediately going to like, I need to go approach 10 women, for example, and hit it off and hold a great convo and get their number, how about you just like introduce yourself or say something in passing, strike up a small convo with those women for 30 seconds, and then say, hey, listen, this is great. It was nice talking to you. Have a wonderful day. And leave before like the really challenging parts come out, or before the likelihood of failing happens, because you still need to build those foundations, right? You're still getting comfortable with your body language, your self-expression, taking those shots. And then you're not always hitting the failure points, because sometimes you're not ready for those. It's again, like if I was to say like, I don't know, I need to be able to lift 300 pounds, but I can't yet. And then I try to lift the bar and I fail. Oh, I suck. The failure rate's going to be high. So if this is a new skill to you and you can't navigate a full conversation and get a great number because you're too in your head or too nervous, start with smaller wins. Back out after 30 seconds. Say, I'm just going to go and walk up to this woman and talk for 30 seconds and then wish her a good day. And then you're getting a good feedback loop. At that point, she's still warm. She's still open. She was inviting. She had good body language to you. She showed that she wanted you around during that time. And you're like, this is awesome. And you're getting some wins that feel great. And you're still building the skills that'll make it more likely to succeed in the future. So again, switch the measure of your success from the end results to your own efforts, and scale back the difficulty and get some small wins if you need to. If you're constantly hitting a failure point, maybe you're not ready for that. And that's okay, because like funny enough, you do a bunch of small steps a few times and then you get really good at it. And then all of a sudden you can move forward and like do something more challenging and make it work and be successful at it. That would be my general rule of thumb. And then in general, one other point was, we can't get into this, but practice some gratitude. So after all this, change your inner critic. Walk away from those experiences and find something that you, again, appreciate about them. I'm really proud that I went out today and I got into a new environment with a lot of beautiful women, and I try to initiate 3 conversations. Not did I get their number, did I have them attracted to me, and reflect on that. The way that you talk to yourself and support yourself will change your mental state and how good you feel about it. If you had a best friend who was talking shit to you all the time and putting you down, it'd feel terrible. But if your friend walked up to a girl and quote unquote failed and didn't succeed, your first reaction would be like, hey dude, it's fine. Like, that was awesome that you took the shot. Don't worry about it. Let's keep going. So you need to talk to yourself the same way. Those are the 3 points I would say. I think reworking your language to yourself really helps a lot. On top of those 2 practical things, Because we don't, for some reason, when it comes to women and dating and whatever, we just get so hard on ourselves when sometimes it's a skill like learning an instrument or working out or or programming. We might be like, oh, that was frustrating, but we don't go to, I'm a piece of crap. And so using the right language makes an entirely huge difference.